Hey, what's up, Nerd Fam? This is your boy Gashawn. I want to welcome you to Enter the Nerd. Let's get right into it. The new Street Fighter movie. We have seen a lot of the casting for it, and even as of this recording, they've actually released a couple of behind-the-scenes photos, which we'll get into in a bit. But let's just focus on just the casting. I'm sure if you were like me when you first heard of the casting for Ryu, Ken, Akuma, Guile, all the people they chose, you were, reasonably perturbed, because when it comes to fighting game movies, mainly Street Fighter, the legacy of it isn't very good. And this just seemed like just another one of those movies where it's Street Fighter or whatever property by name and whatever the hell else they want to do with it. But I also decided to be a bit optimistic, right? Because I want you to extend the olive branch for me right now. Could this work with Andrew Koji and Noah Centineo and even Roman and Cody and 50, all these people? Can it work? And if it could, what would it take to work? Very simple. One, get them to look like the character. Make them recognizable. I think that's completely possible with all of the people that they have. Two, and really this is number one, but I'm just saying, this is a fighting game. Each character has a particular fighting style. They should be fighting like it. Oh, but what about the wrestlers? The wrestlers do choreography all the time. If anyone can pick this up, it's them. You're saying that you can't see Roman with maybe a little bit of like facial prosthetics to give him that more demonic look. He's got the physicality. You think he couldn't learn some like faux Shotokan moves? You couldn't see Cody doing some of Guile's moves. Andrew Koji's already a martial artist. Noah Centineo is in great shape. You can absolutely teach him some of those Shotokan moves. The same thing. A lot of these people, you can teach him. 50 Cent, you don't have to have him do a lot of flashy stuff. Balrog is a big boxer, and he actually does have some boxing experience. So, could it work in theory? Or having Jason Momoa playing Blanca? I mean, doesn't really require much there, right? Could it work if they respect the characters, respect what they look like, respect their fighting styles, and have amazing choreography that makes us feel like we're in the middle of the game? Yes, it could work. Is this likely to happen? Unfortunately, no. Especially when you look at some of these stills that they have going on here. Now, I see the gentleman that looks like that's cast as Vega. He's got the body shape for it, right? Obviously, I know the mask that he's wearing is something that he just does as an artist. So that's actually one of the best of the stills that I saw from this week. And then I see Andrew Schultz as Dan, and he's one of the casting decisions that made me go, oh, they don't give a shit. Now, once again, if they got him in the right gi, if they got him fighting like him, and they have his story, we still would go, I think there's a better choice than Andrew, but we go, at least they wanted to make it work. I'm not sure. I saw this little clip of, I guess, them doing like some previs stuff where they're like rehearsing choreography, and I'm just not sure. I don't know. He's moving around rather well, but whatever. But then we've got who's playing Bison. Why would they choose him? Bison's supposed to be like rather large and intimidating, but they choose this gentleman. I don't understand why. This is a big thing. There was already a movie, a fan-made movie. As a matter of fact, the guy who made it was in Bourne Identity. It was called like Street Fighter Assassin's Fist, and it was about like Akuma's like journey from being who he was to him being possessed by like the killing intent. Low budget, excellent fighting scenes. You can tell the person who made this loved Street Fighter. Now, if you could get somebody like that to be working on this film, that'd be excellent. As far as consulting, how should these people be moving? That would be excellent. But we also have Street Fighter coming out. Pardon me, Mortal Kombat coming out, and a lot of these Hollywood executives really don't give a shit. I'm gonna say here, when I saw them scouting, like before they even had these set photos, they were scouting places that looked like the stages from Street Fighter 2. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Oh yeah, and like Noah, sorry, they also had some behind the scene footage or pictures of Noah. He looks excellent. At least he's blonde, because I was afraid they were gonna do the thing they did with what's his name, Icarus in the Eternals, where they just have him not be the right hair color just because of the actor, right? But at least they didn't do that. Does this mean this movie is gonna be good? No. What I'm talking about is what I, or someone who really, really cares about it, I don't know if that's what these directors are. And some of those casting decisions let me know that's most likely not who we're dealing with here. And it sucks, because Street Fighter is an iconic video game. The characters are all iconic. They're highly recognizable. So to see this type of thing happen, like all the good stuff that usually happens with Street Fighter is animated, right? The Street Fighter 2 movie, that series, Street Fighter 2V, even though that weird suspect Hadouken thing was kind of weird, but whatever. I think they tied the Hadouken to like Hinduism, whatever. But it was still an enjoyable series. The Alpha movies, right? But then the live action stuff was all ass. The original Street Fighter movie, The Legend of Chun-Li, which, you know, if you say it too many times, it actually triggers your gag reflex, right? Besides, you know, the animated stuff, everything else is bad. And I fear this is just going to be another one of those things. Do I know that for sure? No. None of us do. And I'm hoping that we can be wrong, because we've already got Mortal Kombat coming up with bald head ass Jade, and we don't even know why that's happening. And that movie doesn't look very good. And, you know, that deserves a whole movie, whole video in itself. But right now, this is a big wait and see. Let me know, what do you think? Is this bad from the get-go? What are your thoughts about what you've seen and what you've heard about this upcoming Street Fighter movie? Until then, into the nerd.